Hello, welcome back to the Learning Lab class, Craft and Create, Find Your Next Hobby. My name is Melissa, and I'm one of the adult and teen librarians at the Arcadia Public Library. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Creativebug app, so let's dive in. We're going to start on the computer because before you use the Creativebug app, you need to set up your account in order to be able to use it on an app on a mobile device. So we're going to navigate over to the account button in the upper right-hand corner, and then we're going to select Access My Account. Now, if we scroll down the page, under Account Information, we're going to go to Edit Account Information. And this is where you initially created the account. When you first signed in, you associated an email address with it. But if it's been a while or you don't remember your password, you can set that up here. Be sure to connect it to an email address that you want to use and pick a password that's unique to the site that you will remember. And then be sure to click Save Changes right over here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we will pick up again on a mobile device. All right. So now that we're on a mobile device, we're going to take a look at getting the app set up and what the app looks like. I'm on an Android device today, and your device might look different than mine, but that'll be because you have different apps and a different background and all that stuff. But this process and the app will largely be the same. The app is available on both Android and Apple devices, and it will function the same on both platforms. So let's go ahead and search for the app that I am looking for. I'm already in the Play Store right here, this Play Store, and I'm just going to search for Creativebug. And as I start typing, it'll give me predictive text, and I can go ahead and click on that. You'll notice on the right-hand side, it has a green install button, and that just means that's what I would click to install this onto my device. Sometimes if it's something that you've already downloaded, this button will say open. And sometimes if you're on, say, an Apple device, if you've downloaded it before, it'll have a little cloud with a downward arrow. But I've never installed this before, and so I'm going to go ahead and click install, and we're going to give it a minute to download and install on my device. All right, so it is downloaded and installed on my device, and I can go ahead and click the open button, this green open button on the right-hand side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my home page, and I'm going to look for it on my home screens. And so I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It is going to be the app icon with the white C on the red background. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that to launch the app. And this is where you're going to enter your email address and the password that you set up in your Creativebug account on the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my information, and then I will meet you back here once we're logged in. So I went ahead and entered my email address and my password, and I've logged into the Creativebug app on my mobile device. You'll notice that we are looking at something that's pretty similar to what we would see on the computer. The search bar is just right up top. I can filter by different metrics like all classes, or these browsing buttons like you would see on the computer by arts and crafts topic. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that. Different classes are just right here in the center. And this is all on the Explore tab. You'll notice right down on the bottom, we are on the Explore tab. And that's what it'll default to when it opens up. You can also, up at the top, sort by different metrics. It defaults to release date, so all of the newest stuff that is on Creativebug will be right up at the top. This Plant Talk with the Tender Gardener released today, which is very exciting. I can also sort it by those normal metrics of most popular, release date, alphabetical, reverse alphabetical, whatever works for you. Go ahead and cancel out of that. So we're going to head over to the second button on the bottom, which is My Classes. You'll notice that it opens to the tab for downloads, and I don't have anything downloaded to this mobile device yet, so nothing shows up here. But if you'll remember from our previous video, I have added something to the watch list. And so I can access that by heading over here to watch list and seeing what classes are in my watch list, and this is where I can access them. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this class. And this is the class page for this class. And you'll notice that it looks pretty similar to what it looks like on the computer, just in a slightly different format. But a couple of things we need to talk about before figuring out how we want to watch this class. So you have two options. You can download a class or you can stream a class. And when I say download, that means that it's going to use the data on your device, either cellular or Wi-Fi, to transfer the class to your device. It's going to be saved on your device, so it's going to take up space. But after it's downloaded, you can access the video without being connected to the internet. So a situation in which you might want to download something to your device is you're going on a trip and you want classes to watch. That would be an example of why you might want to download something to your device, because you know you're going to be somewhere where you may not have access to the internet. You can also stream the class, and you can do that just by going ahead and hitting that play button. And in order to watch videos in the app through the streaming option, you're going to need to be connected to the internet, using either cellular or Wi-Fi the entire time that you're watching the video. So the trade-off with that is you're going to need data the entire time, but you don't need space on your device. It's not saved to your device. So you might stream when you're at home and you know you have access to reliable internet, but you don't necessarily want to stream when you're out and about and having to use cellular data, say. So downloading uses the data once and it takes up space, but it doesn't need data to play the video. Streaming, you need to be connected to the internet the whole time. It uses data, but it doesn't use space. So having said all that, when you decide what works best for you and your particular situation, you'll want to click either the play button, which is that button right in the center of the video, to stream the class. Or if you'll notice, we're over on the chapters tab on the far right-hand side, and you can also download a class, and that is the little circle with the downward arrow. If it is a multi-part class, you can toggle on the download to my classes, and it will download everything in that class, all of the chapters that are available. So it's going to take a little bit longer if you're downloading multiple parts, but you can also just do it collectively, or if you don't want every individual chapter, you can select which individual videos you want to download just by clicking on that little downward arrow. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll notice that it starts spinning, and my device is thinking and processing the download to my device. So while it's downloading, let's talk about what else is happening within this class. You'll notice that there's 3 tabs. It defaults to chapters, but if we go over to description on the left-hand side, this is much like what we would see on the computer, where there is the description of the class. It also then has the gallery for the class and any class discussion below that. The middle tab is materials. So this is the list of the supplies that you will need for the class. And then again, on the right-hand side is the chapters, and it is still thinking about downloading. I'm gonna back up while it is still thinking, and I'm gonna go back to Explore. And I'm going to find a class that maybe has a pattern that goes with it. So I'm going to go with this one just to show you what that might look like. So you'll notice on this class, there is now a PDFs tab, and that PDF tab is the document that comes with the class that you would want to download to your device, or maybe just open as a reference to use with the class as you're working through it. So I'm just going to back up again. So next to my classes is the instructors tab. And this is just like the instructors area on the website where you can click on a teacher and get more information about them. So it'll have a short little bio, potentially links to their social media, links to their classes, and also any gallery images that they may have uploaded. So I'm going to back up again, and then we're just going to briefly take a look at the settings menu, which is this last icon all the way on the right-hand side on the bottom. So this is the settings menu. It's pretty limited, but the two things I want to draw your attention to are it allows you to set your offline storage usage, so you can set what limit you want the app to be able to download to. It defaults to 2.5 gigabytes, which is just a unit of storage, but you can adjust that downward or upward depending on what makes sense for your individual device. Then the other item I want to draw your attention to is the log out button right down there on the bottom. You absolutely can leave this app logged in. You don't need to log out every time you close the app. But if you want to switch between users or you decide that you want to sign out for any reason, this is where you would do so. So in this video, we took a look at getting set up on the Creativebug app on a mobile device. This was the last video in our Learning Love class series, Craft and Create, Find Your Next Hobby. We hope that you'll join us for our next class. And as always, feel free to leave us a comment or reach out to library staff if you have any additional questions. Happy crafting!